Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. This is the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. We usually start with chapstick, but we're not because we have things going on with the lips already. This was a look I did for a collab. Anyway, TCTN, the Crazy Troll Nation. The crazy because we do what we want to do here and we wear it and we rock it with confidence, regardless of what age we are or what the beauty community says we should do. And that's the troll part. It's not caring too much what the industry says you should do, what you should use, how you should use it, what you shouldn't wear over a certain age or whatever. No, here it is about self-acceptance, self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to with face paint, but not trying to cover up who you are. Loving who you are for who you are, loving how you look for how you look. That is the concept of Crazy Troll Nation. I hope that resonates with you. I would love for you to subscribe, like this video, browse through my playlist, like the ones you like, leave comments. I do write back. And oh, I do curse sometimes on my channel. Yeah, so I'll show you what else we do here. This video is specifically for Emily. I know other people like swatches too. When I do looks, I try to remember to do swatches at the end of the colors that I use because it's not always about the brand. Well, actually, it's never about the brand. It's about the colors and what they look like on any particular skin tone. And so when I do swatches, you do not necessarily need that palette. Just look in your collection and see what you can find that's comparable to that. Excuse me. Comparable. Why was that so challenging to say? Anyway, so yeah, it's never about the brand. So don't let the industry convince you that it is about a particular brand. Having said that, you've seen the title, you know this is about Pat McGrath Mothership palettes. It's not about the brand. It's not. And I'm not one to say, ooh, Pat McGrath. And I am trying it again. I do have a playlist which shows only one current video with, I was going to say this look, but it's not. It's a look I did with Decadence. And I have, I think, 4 or 5 videos from over a year ago. And I was just like, So I'm trying it again. But anyway, so I purchased 3 Mothership palettes in a bundle deal. Trying it again because I've learned new things. I've learned some new techniques. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it again. Bundle deal, the price was really nice. Still hella expensive though. But for the discounted price in relation to full price, it was still a good deal. So I got Mothership number 4, which is Decadence. Yes, a label because they don't say what they are. And I don't like that. And they also don't have in here like what the shadow names are. It comes on a card. And so I put a label on the back in order of what the shadows are. And I'm like, for the price point, can you just put the name of the palette on the palette and put the name of the shades in the palette? But when I thought about it, this is a rant, I'm sorry. When I thought about it, I said, you know what? It is just cheaper to just pump out generic palettes with no particular name on it and no shades on it, because then you can just pop whatever shadows you want to in there. Think about it. That makes sense. Because when you have a palette that says Decadence, you only can use those for the shadows in Decadence. Or if it's Bronze Seduction, you can only put Bronze Seduction shadows in there. Versus if it just has the symbol and on the back, Pat McGrath Labs, Mothership, used without caution, and that's it. And like the lifespan, or the lifespan, and then her logo again. If that's the only thing that's on here, you can put any shadows you want to in here. So I get it. It's probably cost effective for her, but spending $125, really, you can't put the, all right, anyway. And I'm saying all this and I paid for these. So it's like, what the fuck's wrong with me? So Mothership number 4, Decadence. This is what that looks like. And I'm just all sorts of awkward. Mothership number 5, Bronze Seduction. This is what that looks like. And I did have Bronze Seduction before. Number 6. So we have 4, 5, and 6. And this is Midnight Sun. This is what that looks like. And this is the one that, if you've seen the other video, you know. It was like, okay, was this swatched? Did it just press funny? I wrote in, I sent pictures. And this one looks a little flaky, like somebody touched it. And the other celestial shades, particularly this one, looks flaky, but it doesn't look like it flaked off. And so I did take pictures and sent it in with the email and yada, 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 because it's sometimes how the formula settles. It just looks that way. They're perfectly fine to use. There's nothing wrong with it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I don't know if I want to call bullshit or not. Because someone did say it looked like it might have just settled that way. But there were more of you who said it's definitely Swatch versus the one that said it's settled that way. And so I think after this video, I'm just going to spray it with alcohol and just hope for the best. And so I asked if you wanted individual looks, like just 2 looks on one eye, 1 look on both eyes, or like 1 look here, 1 look here. The consensus was 1 look on both eyes. And also I asked about a swatch party, and Emily in particular said yes, the swatch party and individual looks, meaning 1 look on both eyes. And so I did that today for this look, which was not with any of these palettes, but I kept that in mind. And because I know I look good today, I am a gorgeous troll, I said I'll go ahead and do the swatch party. And I was also thinking, I'm second guessing doing swatches, because the more you put your grubby fingers in the palettes, especially if you have oily fingers, you increase your chances of getting hard pan in your palettes. I have not had that problem, and my skin is not oily, and I also have a microfiber cloth here, which really does, like if you have any moisture on your hands, if you're scrubbing, it will get it all off. And so I think that's why I haven't really had a problem with hard pan, but I am second guessing doing swatches, but I know some of you really like them. So anyway, so this is Decadence. You've seen 4 of these shades, this one and these 3, in the look that I did already, depending on when this is uploaded. But we're going to swatch them. The names are on the back. So it's just annoying that I have to go back and forth. But anyway, and it is upside down. So we're going to start with the gold. We're going to swatch this way, come down to here, and we're going to swatch this way. So we're starting at the top with the gold. This one is chunky. This one feels dry. That's the one next to it. The top center shade. This is an all shimmer metallic palette, no celestial shades in this palette. This one feels gritty as well. That looks to be maybe a dual chrome. And this is the last one in the top row. Very pretty. This looks like it would function as a matte, and so does this one right here. And it didn't bother me having an all metallic palette, because some metallics can function as mattes. So these are the bottom row. And these are the last 2 in Decadence. Did I skip? I sure did. Let me do that again. That's a dual chrome, because it's orange and then it's pink. Now I know. I did not use that shade before. I used this, this, and this one. So these are the shades in the Decadence Pat McGrath Mothership palette. Top row, first shade going over to here. The bottom row, first shade going over to the end is here. This is Bronze Seduction. We're going to start top row this way, and then come down to here and go this way. First shade. This matte is really smooth. The 4th and 5th shade, top row. These 2 are celestial shades, more so suitable for toppers. This one seems to be a dual chrome. Going to the bottom row. That first matte is really smooth. Her mattes are really smooth. Bottom row, first shade, second shade, third shade. I'm gonna do that second one again. It is chunky, it's glittery, which concerns me for my eyeballs already. And the last 2. This one, I believe, is a celestial shade, because those are the ones that seem to be the chunky, flaky. So these are the shades in the Mothership palette. This one right here, very chunky. That's this one. This one right here. This, the Celestial shade, that's this one right here. So this is Bronze Seduction. First row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bottom row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mothership number 6, Midnight Sun. This is what that looks like. So we're going to start here, come across, come down to the bottom row, come across. So we're going in, first shade is smooth, second one is smooth, third one is a little dry but smooth. And swatches don't mean anything, it's about how it performs on your lid. This is the one that looked chunky, that looked like it was flaking, and this one felt dry. So that's the top row. Bottom row, smooth, smooth, and smooth. First shade, the second shade, third shade. I'm gonna do that second one again. This would be a nice blend out shade from my skin tone, and it does look like it's buildable. Those are nice, and this looks like it would blend out maybe into a matte as well, even though it's not. And this is a nice shade too. So the last two, the one that looks like it was swatched, and the one on the end, that's the one that looked like it was swatched. This is a Celestial shade. I want to go into that purple one again. You know what? I do think that's how it's settled, and I'm going to show you why. So this is Midnight Sun, Mothership number 6. Top row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bottom row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to show you why I think it did settle that way. Because with me rubbing my finger in it like 3 times, it still has that mark in it, like that wet mark. You can see it this way. Sorry for the glare. Let me try and cover up the glare from that light. So when you look at it, it still has that watermark in it. You see it? So I do think, now that I've touched it and rubbed my finger around in it, that spot is in the exact same place and it looks exactly the same. And so I'm not calling bullshit. I do think it really just settled that way. This one too, because it's flaky, I can see it flaking in shipment, even though they package things really well. So again, this is that palette. You have all your swatches. I may still do swatches when I do looks, which I think it will, because for me it's helpful actually seeing the colors. Because when I see looks, I may think it's one color and it may be like 3 different colors, or it just may be something completely different. It may swatch one way, and on the lid, depending on a person's skin tone, or not depending on their skin tone, it may look completely different. And so it helps me, I'm all crooked, so it helps me to see the colors. And I'll just make sure I keep my fingers as dry as possible so that I don't get hard pan. But as I said earlier, I haven't had a problem with hard pan. One in the Natasha Denone 5-pan palette, and that one I didn't even stick my fingers in, so I think it was just that shade. Anyway, but that is something to think about if you are one that's always using your fingers for your shadows. So that'll be it for this video. I hope it was helpful. Let me know which one out of these is your favorite. Decadence, the all shimmer, which is lovely. Bronze Seduction, which is beginner friendly. Or Midnight Sun. So let me know. And if you have a preference for what you want to see next, let me know. I did one look with Decadence so far. I am going to do some more. And we still have Bronze Seduction and Midnight Sun. So if you have a preference in order you would like to see looks, let me know. And if not, you'll just see them as I do them, because we trolls here, we do what we want to do, and just hope that you guys come along for the ride, because the more the merrier. Thank you for being here. And thank you to my new subscribers. I appreciate you being here as well. And you will see me in the next video.